Back up and running. We're back here with another video about catcher / starting pitcher. So far we've had we're at 220s, but our batting average
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball.
Alright, see what we got.
So next to hit is Terry Anderson. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one.
Come on, baby. See it, drive it. Let's go.
He's set, and the pitch fouled off. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Goodness, 0-2 now. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. So the next to bat will be Terry Anderson. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Tried to golf at it, but he missed strike 1.
Great execution of that changeup right there. Great arm action. Batter was totally out front on that one.
And he fouls this one off. Anderson stands 6'2" as you see him in the right-handed box. He's a second-year big leaguer.
I'll take that.
Into center field, line drive base hit.
Go for it.
He's been called batting average fell below.
Next to dig in, Terry Anderson, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. From the stretch. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that'll get through into center field for a base hit. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Got a rib to eat tonight.
So now into the box is Terry Anderson. He delivered an RBI single in his last trip. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike 1.
Boy, that's a jam shot right there. That's as good as it gets, in my opinion. Woo, up and in.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The next 0-2. Grounded up the first baseline. Reined in. The throw pulls him off the bag.
Error.
Next to hit, Terry Anderson, who came around to score last time after reaching on an error. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. Pollock stands at second with no outs. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Man, this guy's been locked in all game long. I don't know where that ugly swing just came from.
Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. He'll throw down to first, 1 away. (13-4) the way this one ends. The Marlins scored a lucky 13 in this one.
We scored 13. I got 2 hits and a rib.
Ryan Stanek from Little Havana, just west of downtown Miami. We've got baseball from Lone Depot Park. Tonight it's game 3 of this 4-game set between the...
Who we got?
Here's the 0-1. He's running. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. Next to hit is Terry Anderson. First pitch on the way. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Nope, we're staying up there. Yeah,
that's the game plan right there. Elevate the sinker from the offensive.
And that'll bring forth Luis Urias. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. That's a strike to throw down. And he is out at second. Ready now for the Marlins. Terry Anderson. He singled first time up. Throw over to the bag, and the runner back easily.
Yeah, we hit 250 total views on our last stream. I want to say thank you guys for watching.
From the belt, the pitch. Line drive, base hit. And now they'll have runners
First
at the
and
corners to start off the inning. Next, it'll be Terry Anderson. A couple of singles to his credit thus far.
Simple slider, splitter, four-seamer.
First pitch on its way. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. Softly hit here to the left side. But little trouble handling this one down there at third. Digging in now for the Brewers, Keston Hiura. It was a base hit last time up. Yelich is running. Pitch inside. The throw. Perfect throw, and they got him at second.
That throw wasn't on the money from the catcher that time, but he did have a lot behind it.
Digging in next, Terry Anderson. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. And now the first pitch.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
Popped him up. Vogelback over to his left. 1 out. 3-2 the finish in tonight's game. The Milwaukee Brewers wrap up their 20th road win of the season.
This afternoon for the victorious Brewers. 2 runs on 5 hits.
First open back in. So now here is Jackie Bradley Jr. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. Try to bunt his way on, but this is popped up. Throw to first in time, and the bunt attempt is foiled. Up next from Miami, Terry Anderson. 9 at-bats in the series and 4 base hits. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Dan Dero, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, they've been playing better than 500 baseball of late, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
Yeah, thanks, Matty V. Hey, you know what, Dero? This is one they'd like to win right here. They win the first game of the series, drop game 2, win game 3. They'd like to keep the momentum going here, Dero. Win 2 in a row and win 3 out of 4 in this series.
Yeah, you want to definitely get a chance to win this series today. Play good baseball. You don't want to go on that seesaw. We'll give you one, we'll take one. They need to figure out a way to get it done today.
McCutchen, the runner at first with 2 gone. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3.
Anderson.
Leading off the inning, it'll be Terry Anderson as they'll look to spark the offense and even things up. High in the air down the right field line. Mieses is there. 1 pitch, 1 out. Next up, Terry Anderson flew out last time up. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Get the ball for this man. He needs to put that on the mantle.
Up next, Terry Anderson. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
This is where you step out, adjust the batting gloves, and take a deep breath. You have to slow the moment down. I know you want to be a hero, but that pitch right there, a great executed changeup, had this batter way out in front.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Wooey has it to second for 1. On to first, and talk about doing the job.
I need
Next
to
to
hit.
stand in is
He's
Terry
at first one,
Anderson,
DC.
and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here. Now a swing and a fly ball, and that's going to land foul. The Fish find themselves losing in the late innings. What are your thoughts on this one, guys?
Yeah, Matty V, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, D-Row, all about pitching.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not the team that hits the most home runs is going to win the ball game.
Now a swing and a little tapper to the left of the mound. On to first, and that's your ball game. This one comes to a close today at an 8.
Wait, going 1 to 5.
But the Yukon winter has come early. If temperatures continue to drop, they'll be forced to leave behind $500,000 in gold. Todd has to come up with a way to get the gold his crew has worked for all season. You definitely don't want to drive out of here and leave that pay.
I did play a game.
We're gonna get that pay raised come hell or high water.
A major league skipper acknowledges a young player who has been greatly exceeding expectations.
This is definitely one of the biggest mines on the Indian River. The family operation.
An MLB franchise is wise to recognize the obvious. Young players are the future of the game.
Go, man. Not bad cut, you. Good. Line. On the line. Cross play. There it is, Todd. 4 nuts. Wow. Built out of 150,000 pounds of steel. It's easy to use. It's easy to set up. How many yards an hour? We'll do up to 350 yards. 350. I personally think this is the best wash plant in Klondike. It's got things
Yeah,
on
so we're
it
the pitcher
no
for the
other wash
All-Star
plant in
game.
Klondike has. That pumps
The California Coastal Layer sits overhead as we welcome you to baseball from historic Dodger Stadium. Ready now is Whit Merrifield, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
The second baseman.
Good breaking ball there, had him frozen, strike one.
Okay, 7:05.
Well, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
Real ugly 0-1 swing there. As a pitcher, you've got to be hunting for the strikeout, knowing you have this guy way off balance.
There to look it in his bets, and that's out number 1.
Xander.
So 1 down, no one aboard. And that'll bring up the power-hitting shortstop Xander Bogaerts. In there, and it's 0-1. Weather shouldn't be much of a factor. 71 degrees here at game time. There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone.
You got to go into battle mode after falling down 0-2 and find a way to work yourself back to even.
Still no balls and 2 strikes. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And it's fouled away. The 0-2 once more. Is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
0-1 count and the pitch. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Left fielder looking up. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run.
What a way to get things started while playing on the road. Top of the first and a big fly. Just like that, they take the lead.
No balls and a strike to count. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. And another foul ball.
Plays it well. 1 now.
Get out now. Get down.
The next 0-2.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off. Maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
Now a swing as he stays alive as this is fouled back right off the catcher's arm. Fouled off.
6 fouls in a row. This is turning into one of those epic at-bats. Who's going to blink first? Is the pitcher...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So only one hit in the inning on the solo shot, but it's enough to push him out in front. Giancarlo Stanton now. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
American League. The left fielder.
Watches a fastball right there for strike one. Stanton is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport. You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
A bouncer to the left side. Throw is in time for the first out of the second. Striding in is Alex Bregman. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Whew, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
And that one yanked just foul. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. One out, nobody on. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90 to 92. You can usually see seams. 92 to 95.
But we'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. So they go down without a whimper here. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The AL leads it 1-0. Walker Buehler, a 6'2" right. 5-2, the final score tonight.
Take it.
A player receives an unexpected call. It's his former high school coach, who was an important mentor and advisor to him in his teen years. Most high achievers have, in their past, an important someone who first believed in them.
Pitching. 7 strikeouts so far for the year. Not bad.
To limit downtime, Parker wants to hotwire the shaker directly to their generator. Instead of going from our generator to our switchgear to the shaker deck, we're just going direct shaker deck.
It's Friday night. Now at the plate is Johan Mieses. He'll lead things off here first. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, coming off a 500 homestand, you would have liked to have played better in front of your home crowd. I get that. But they have a chance to right the ship right here. Get on the winning side, push forward, game 1 of this road trip. It's not going to be easy.
1-2 now. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
He's not going to feel good about that at bat, nor should he. You have to want to swing the bat, but he just stood there and looked at 4 straight pitches. Hopefully, we'll see him get a little bit more aggressive next time.
And that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
That's what you want the guys at the top of the order to do. Set the table for the monsters, 3, 4, 5. Nice piece of hitting.
Stepping in next, Christian Yelich. First at bat for him as he enters play number 3 in the National League batting race. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
Right fielder coming on. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Digging in, the switch hitter, Ian Happ. And he's been tearing the cover off the ball these past few days, as you see there. 0-1 the count. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
If the offense didn't already know, man on the mound's got his A-game fastball working today.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Just tried to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2.
These are the great matchups that happen throughout the course of a game. I don't think as a pitcher you can give in right here. He's a great hitter at the plate. He knows it. You know it. Keep executing. Maybe get him to roll something over.
Urias leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Another one sent foul. Hot shot down the line. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
Oh my God, team. This is why I want to trade.
And that'll bring up Keston Hiura as he'll try and hold off the swing, but this one's in there for strike 1.
I missed 20 pitches.
Lifted in the air out to right. Right fielder is on the run. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And the second run will score as well.
Why the fuck did you throw the ball?
We didn't have to wait long for the offensive fireworks in this one. 2 runners aboard, and he got a pitch he liked. Drove it all the way to the wall to bring in a pair of runs. And they're still in good shape to add on with him at second now.
Another first inning RBI opportunity for him here. On to Dietrich at first, and that'll end the inning.
Seriously, I don't want to be playing this.
So here is Terry Anderson. First pitch of the AB now. Hit to short. On to first, and there were 2 down. Last half of the second set to go, and into bat next it'll be Brandon Drury.
You know, these next couple innings are really important for these guys. I know they're only down by a couple, but they need to get something going on offense to keep pace, even though it's early.
Let's see. Little ball right there.
Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. And he fouls this one off. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. Now the pitch.
The catcher,
Jacob Nottingham comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Weak grounder down the line at third. And boy, just about overshot his man at first, but he's able to keep a foot on the bag over there, and that's out number 2.
batting 9. The pitcher, ready.
No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Rolled slowly down the third baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Bottom of the third now, and standing in the rookie outfielder, Johan Mieses. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
When you find yourself in an 0-2 hole against one of the best hurlers in baseball, you're basically just hoping to make contact. He's so good at putting guys away, though.
Oh, come on.
That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one, make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Luis Urias comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Hey, usually the second time through the order you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
Christian Yelich will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. 3rd inning here, already 4-2 our score. Again, another foul ball. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Here's another 0-2. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right.
Come on.
And that one is gone
stupid.
on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning.
Shut up, you stupid.
No surprise with that swing of the bat. This guy is simply one of the best in the game right now. There's not too many guys that take a beautiful hack like that in the league.
And it's fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a swing and a miss as he pulled the string on the breaking ball, and the inning is over. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And in at the plate steps Keston Hiura.
Second baseman.
Belted high and deep into right center. Looking up is the center fielder. And it's gone.
Come on.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Daniel Vogelbach will stand in for the 2nd time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Now that ball is smoked, carrying to deep left. McCutchen is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1. Brandon Drury will bat next. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Okay, if you're in this lineup right here, game on, boys. I know he's got power stuff, but if he's going to come middle of the plate, you better be ready to pull the trigger.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Brandon Drury becomes out number 2 this inning.
You're fine, buddy.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. As he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action. Behind
0-2 now. Fouled away. The 0-2 once more. Fly ball out toward right field. Castellanos will get there, and he puts it away. Now to the plate, here is Terry Anderson. He bounced out last time up, and that misses inside 1-0. This one is launched. Look at this. Yelich going back, and this one is gone. A home run.
There's still some game left to be played, but that one swing.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Freddie Peralta. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. No balls and a strike to count. The windup and the 0-1. Grounded softly down the line toward first, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Fouled off. The next 0-2. Fly ball to straightaway left. McCutchen is after it. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Johan Mieses. A high fastball is in there.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
And he fouls this one off. 4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. So 2 out, nobody on. And stepping into the box will be Luis Urias. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Hey, that's a heck of a pitch right there. Big velocity up and in for a strike, too. I mean, you saw this guy flinch at the plate. He was thinking that buzzed the tower, but then to get it popped to strike is tough.
And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. In is Christian Yelich, and he'll try to start things out here for the Brewers in their half of the 6th. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The pitch. Popped up. And there's out number 1. Next for Milwaukee, Ian Happ. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. And it's fouled away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Keston Hiura is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
Hey, a 2-out walk right here would be the tying run to the plate. Even though it's early on, you got a guy on deck that has a lot of pop.
Lifted in the air out to right. Long run for the right fielder. He tracks it down, and that Brent Suter is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Now the first pitch. Fouled away. Lofted in the air out toward right center.
I think power. High power.
Mieses moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
Are they going to relieve me? No.
Daniel Vogelback's next. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
Breaking ball as this runs in on him, and he has to step out of the way that time. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
That's a good job right there. You very rarely see pitchers double up where they go a pitch inside. Normally, they'll go back outside, but he followed that up with another pitch on the inside part of the plate.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game. One away for the Brewers in their half of the 7th. And into bat next, it'll be Brandon Drury. Curveball looked at here for strike 1.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
Now this will rattle up against the wall. And he'll reach second now with one away.
That's what you call a clutch piece of hitting. Down 2 runs, he puts himself in.
An 11-7 final in this one. The Miami Marlins blasted 5 home runs en route to victory.
11 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 2 men on
Terry Anderson. Sunday afternoon baseball coming your way from American Family Field in Bowden Francis is on the mound for the Brewers in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
This guy's kind of hard to figure out. You think most pitchers would love pitching in their home ballpark, but he struggled at home so far this season. There hasn't been a lot of home cooking for this guy, and that's something he needs to turn around in a big way.
Pitches a cold strike. The throw. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw.
Well, so much for that first hit of the game. Tried to press their luck and move him up to second.
Now into the box, Terry Anderson. First offering on its way. A bouncer up the middle. Fielded cleanly. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. And that'll bring up Keston Hiura. He's coming off a 3-hit performance in the loss last night. Pitch misses low. The throw down is there, and he's out trying to take second.
They're showing they're not afraid to be aggressive on the base path.
So next to bat will be Bowden Francis. A textbook sack bunt situation here. And now Terry Anderson grounded out in his last at bat. Grounded back up the middle. He's got it. And the off-balance throw is right there for the third out. And stepping in, Terry Anderson. He bounced out last time up. And that one swung on and missed 0-1.
I know it's cliche and it's tired at times, but a well-located fastball down at the knees is still the best pitch in the game.
Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
The 7th inning is one of those innings when you might start seeing some warning signs from your starters that they're reaching the end of their rope, but that's not the case here. He looks really solid to me.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Stepping in once again is Terry Anderson. He flew out in his last AB. He's set. Here it comes.
Come on.
And here's a pitch inside, and that got him. Pitching and defense game 2-1.
When things aren't going well on the mound, how do you work through that? What are the technical aspects that you have to get right?
You know, getting ahead is everything, because that puts the percentages.
A manager draws attention to a telling defensive stat.
All right, we're catching.
Saved by bundling home and car insurance. But here's the real secret. Eye contact. Which is
Now baseball under the lights of Wrigley Field in Chicago. Tonight the opener of a 3-game series between the Miami Marlins and the Chicago Cubs. It's baseball. Now at the plate here is Terry Anderson.
I'm interested to see how focused their ABs will be playing with this lead. I think this needs to be a little bit of a smell blood inning. Keep the fire rolling. I know it's early, but keep the pressure going. Swinging the bat's nice.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Swing and a liner. Leads high as he makes the catch. Well done. And now in the box, Terry Anderson. That softly hit to right. Will that get down? Bodie ranges back and he has it for out number 2.
When I'm pitching, nobody catches it.
Now at the plate, Terry Anderson flew out last time up. First pitch on its way. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Little traffic on the base paths right here, but one pitch away from getting a double play and getting right back into control.
Come on.
Behind 0-2 now. And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. So stepping in is Terry Anderson, struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer. Don't expect too many more high fastballs in this one. He is known for his sinker, keeping the ball on the ground.
Left on the field before, too.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is. Runners off for second. In there, now the throw. In time as he just gets the tag down.
Check out the lead here. That's about as standard as it gets, and it did do him a lot of help.
That loss is cool, probably.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base.
We are set to bring you baseball from one of the crown jewels of the sport, venerable Wrigley Field.
Anderson.
Now to the plate, Terry Anderson, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. Oh, and this kicks right off of him. There's one.
Anderson.
Into the box, Terry Anderson. Now the first pitch. Anderson, a native Texan. This is his second year as a major leaguer. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2.
Boy, that's a jam shot right there. That's as good as it gets, in my opinion. Woo, up and in.
Throw to first will take care of him. Score it 2-3 on the putout, and there are 2 gone now. The next Cub up, Wilson Contreras, singled in his last at-bat. And there he goes towards second. Pitch misses the throw down. Right on the money, and he's cut down trying to take second base.
You're up by 8, well, fuck you soon.
Next, it'll be Terry Anderson. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. Swing and a miss on the sinker, 0-1.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Fouled off.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
And that's the second out. Here's Jock Peterson now. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Runner goes for second. Strike taken to throw. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw.
Clearly, they were hoping to be aggressive and doing some work.
So now to the plate, Terry Anderson grounded out in his last at-bat. This one's down to third.
What?
And he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove. (10-1), the final lopsided score in this ball game. The Chicago Cubs jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back.
I'm going to end it right here.
Gets to double digits with his 10th